Hello everyone. As promised earlier, we are back with the prediction of the expected cutoff marks for UGC NET English June 2025 exam. Imagine this. You've just walked out of the exam hall. Your mind is racing. You remember some questions clearly. Others feel like a blur. You wonder, did I do enough? Will I make it? That uncertainty, that waiting game, it's something every UGC NET aspirant goes through. But what if I told you we can decode that silence? What if there's a pattern hidden in the past that can whisper the future? Let's find it together. Before we predict the cutoff for the June 2025 UGC NET English exam, let's take a step back. Because predictions that ignore the past are just guesses in disguise. To truly understand what lies ahead, we need to trace the pattern behind. But first, we must define our benchmark. We're going to evaluate previous papers using three categories: easy, moderate, and difficult. And to keep things consistent, we're focusing only on the general category for this analysis. Once we identify a consistent trend, we can extrapolate the same for other categories too. Let's begin with the most recent confirmed data, December 2024. This paper was largely rated as easy to moderate by most students, and the cutoffs reflected that. For the Junior Research Fellowship, the cutoff was 214 marks, which comes to approximately 71.33%. For Assistant Professor eligibility, it stood at 188 marks, roughly 62.66%, and for PhD eligibility alone, the qualifying mark was 162, about 54%. So already we can notice a correlation. When the paper is on the easier side, the cutoffs go high. Simple logic, but very important when making predictions. Now let's move to June 2024. Once again, the student consensus was that the exam was easy to moderate. Combining both shifts, the assistant professor cutoff was estimated around 180 marks. That equals roughly 60%. Going further back, December 2023, this one was seen as a relatively easier paper. The structure was familiar, the topics were more predictable, and the reading passages didn't confuse many students. And so the cutoff for assistant professor eligibility hovered between 182 to 184 marks, which again rounds off to about 61%. Now let's pause here and observe. What does this trend tell us? Three exams: December 2023, June 2024, and December 2024, three slightly different question sets. But the cutoff for assistant professor has consistently remained between 60 to 62%. That's between 180 to 188 marks. The JRF cutoff, on the other hand, hovers between 66 to 71%. Clearly a high bar, and rightfully so. Now let's shift to what really matters, June 2025. According to students, this paper was not easy. Most described it as moderate to tough. More theory, more abstract literary references, and a few curveballs in paper 1. This means one thing: the cutoff is likely to dip. Not drastically, but slightly lower than the usual 62% line. Based on our data, the logical prediction is as follows. For assistant professor eligibility, we expect the cutoff to fall somewhere between 178 to 182 marks. That's approximately 59 to 60%. For Junior Research Fellowship, the expected range is 200 to 206 marks, which is about 66.6 to 68.6%. This drop is not alarming. It's perfectly aligned with how cutoffs behave when question difficulty increases. It's not just about how many you got right, but about how everyone else performed too. And remember, this is only a prediction, but it's a measured one, built on logic, past trends, and real student feedback. So don't panic if your score isn't as high as it was in previous attempts. The paper was tougher, and the cutoff will likely reflect that. Stay calm, stay prepared, and don't let numbers define your effort. The results will come. And when they do, your next chapter begins. And if this voice finds you in that space between doubt and hope, let it also guide you to what's next. We've spent years building not just predictions, but a path, crafted through books, strategy, and clarity. So if you want to see exactly how we help students crack this exam, click the link below, explore our complete 20-book set, and more importantly, join our free course to experience the way we teach before you commit. Because sometimes one small step changes the entire journey. Until then, keep learning, keep reading, and above all, keep believing in your journey.